You've got a Red Sox T-shirt on, and on the back of your T-shirt, in big letters, it says family. I get the feeling that the relationship in that clubhouse amongst you and your teammates is a big factor in how this team's playing this year.
100%. 100%. You know, when all my friends and family ask me, like, what's the difference of this team and stuff like that, I was like, honestly, there's no egos. There really isn't. Everybody's pushing for each other. You can go in that clubhouse and you wouldn't know Chris Sale's the best pitcher in baseball. You know what I mean? You talk to Mookie and you wouldn't think he's the best player in baseball. You know, he's that humble. They're that humble people. You know, you talk to David, it's the same thing. You know, it's just a bunch of guys that are all rooting for each other and want the best. And just, you know, everybody gets almost as excited when someone else hits a home run than when they hit a home run. So it's fun. It's a fun group to be around, and I think that's exactly why we've been playing the way we've been playing.
When you signed with the team, what was your expectations? If this is the team that had won the division 2 straight years, obviously there's a lot of great players that you just named, but what did you think was going to happen this year?
I don't know. You know, honestly, I thought we had a really good team. You know, I knew that they had a bunch of talent. I knew that they were hungry, that they had, you know, one of these things where it's a special time right now. You know, I think in baseball it's kind of the trend where organizations go through phases, and they're in their phase right now where they have a legit chance of being good for a good amount of time, for a couple of years now. So that was really my expectations, was coming to join a really good team and just hoping I can help everybody else out and help us win.
What did you think and you've played at Fenway Park, obviously, but what did you think about the left field wall when you signed here? Because you really don't go that way much, do you?
No, you know, everybody kind of gave me the thing. It was like, you know, Fenway's not for you, Fenway's not for you, this and that. It's, to me, I mean, I understand why they say it. You know, I like to hit the ball to right field, but at the same time, it is what it is. You know, when I came here, I said I'm not going to let that get in my head, even though it's easy. And I've felt it throughout the year. Sometimes, you know, I think about it. I'm like, if I just catch this ball just a little bit out in front, I know I can hit it out. And all of a sudden, I try to catch it out in front. I end up hitting a fly ball at the end of the bat to center, and I'm sitting there like, what am I doing? You know, stay with your plan, stay with what you got, what got you here, and continue to do that. So, you know, at times throughout the year, it's gotten in my head a couple times, but I think I've just done a really good job of just saying, forget that thing, just go to center, and wherever the ball goes, it goes.
Now, you've played for a few different managers over the course of your career. What is Alex Cora like?
He's great. I think he's got a really good feel for the clubhouse. He's got a really good communication with each player individually. He knows how to relate. He knows how to talk to some people. He knows, you know, what to say, what not to say, kind of deal. And he's a player's manager. He played the game. He knows it's not easy. He knows it's hard. He knows what's going on in the game. Little things that happen that he points out to us. You know, we know that he's aware of it, which is huge.
It's your first year with the team. I don't know how much you knew about the Jimmy Fund when you arrived, but I saw the footage last night of you with your little Jimmy Fund patient who was out on the field with you, and everybody had a kid out with him. It looked like you guys were enjoying it more than they were.
It's really cool, man. Anytime you see their faces when they're out there, they're kind of just lit up with joy. It's almost like they're scared. They're so shy. They're overwhelmed. And I just remember obviously never being in their situation with the stuff that they have to go through, but I remember just being a kid and seeing, you know, these baseball players that I always put on a pedestal, and, you know, you go on this field with all this lights and you see all these fans, and it's just like, what in the world is this? And it's just funny. It's just, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, at our age and, you know, where I'm at, it's kind of like at times you take it for granted, you know, how blessed you are in this world. And, you know, when you see kids like that, it humbles you and it brings you back down to reality a bit. Like, there's more important things in life than just going out there and getting 3 hits, you know, and trying to figure out a way to beat the pitcher. You know, if you can make one kid's day and go out there and cheer these kids up, it's, you know, I think that's a victory in itself.
Where do you stand on the nickname Just Dingers? You okay with that one? No?
I don't care. I really don't.
Okay.
I really don't care. I just laugh about it because they're always coming up with something.
Well, we really appreciate you taking the time out of your game preparation to come down here and join us and lend your voice and support. It's been fun watching you play this year, and I hope we keep watching you play for a long time before this thing ends.
Me too.